People who got stood up. Why did your date leave? I was on a first date with this girl I met online, and everything was great until I told her about my job. I was a server at a small cafe, and when she found out, her entire vibe shifted. She kind of rolled her eyes and sarcastically said, "Oh, so you're not really ambitious." I laughed it off, thinking she was joking. But then not even a minute later, she started scrolling on her phone. A few minutes later, she said she had to use the restroom and never came back. I sat there feeling like a complete idiot, and the bartender must have noticed because he walked over and said, "Tough night?" I just nodded and said, "Yeah." I told her I was a waiter and she judged me for it. He laughed and said, "Man, if that's her deal breaker, you dodged a bullet." He poured me a drink on the house and spent the next half hour just chatting with me about random stuff. It wasn't a pity. It was just a normal conversation with a friend. By the time I left, I felt way better. The bartender gave me a fist bump and said, "You'll find someone who cares about you, not your job." A few weeks later, I went back to that bar, and guess who I saw? The girl. She was with another guy dressed to the nines and clearly trying to show off. The bartender saw me and gave me a little grin. He leaned over and said, "I got you," before heading to their table. I don't know what he said, but she looked mortified and stormed out. Her date just sat there totally confused. The bartender came back and winked at me.